All right, thank you and welcome. I'm responsible for the introductions today because I'm the one who invited all these guests for the different digital presentations. And what I was hoping to do is give like an overview or give some variation to help people understand that like the concepts of functional juggling is cross-disciplinary, that there are other people working for the idea of inclusion in different ways. So now we're going to have a presentation by Josefa Iskándara, who apprenticed with me, and she'll explain all of these things about it. But when I met Iskándara in Chile, and we partnered together, she helped a lot with the book. And I think I've seen her presentation already, so she's going to explain a lot. I'm just going to say that she's a close friend, and I'm very glad that she's here with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Ben. And hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I am a little bit nervous. This is my first time with this. This is my first time presenting in English. So this is why I'm a little bit nervous. But I'm really, really happy to be here. So I apologize in advance for any mistakes with some wording maybe, but I guess you are all going to be able to understand me. And if you have any question, you can write down on the chat and then I can explain it later. Okay, so I have prepared this presentation with some personal information and also with the information about the situation of functional juggling in Latin America. So I'm gonna start. If we have time, by the end of the talk, we can have a Q&A if anyone wants to ask something. So it's here. Just a moment. Here, you can see my presentation now. Yes, cool. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk about QuatProps Latin America. But first, I want to introduce myself for you to know a little bit about me. My name is Josefa Iskándara. Iskándara is my second name, and so I am using this Iskándara now. Chat as it sounds, it's my family name. I was born in a little town in the Chilean Andes, a really, really small town, like with 500 people or something. And I was raised in the countryside with some access to the social artistic projects. So I understand the benefits of its practice. I always like the social projects. I think they helped me a lot because I was living in a place where you don't have so much information for anything, you know. I'm a traveler and a nomadic person. I start traveling at age 18 and I am now 35 years old and I keep traveling as much as I can. I start to juggle at age 21. I focused on the hat juggling play and also unicycle. I traveled around almost all South America, performing on the streets for several years. I lived in Brazil for over 5 years, so I also speak Portuguese. I am part of the executive producer team of the Paraguayan Circus convention. That it has had 10 editions now. And I fell in love with functional juggling after my first training seminar with Craig in August of 2019. So I want to talk about a little bit the Paraguayan Circus Convention. We are a group of friends. We are about 15 people. In this picture, you can see 10 of us. And we are a non-funded group. Like we have this philosophy of do it yourself. So we organized this convention in Paraguay since 2010. it was stopped by the pandemic. I want to show you a video of one of our conventions. Okay, so this convention started with a group of Paraguayan people. They were like, I don't know, 10 people organizing this. And after 4 editions, I became part of the organization team. We are people from different countries in South America, as Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Venezuela, and some of them also live in Brazil. And we gather in Paraguay for a month every year to organize this convention. It's a really nice convention because it's like on the Paraguay is on the center of South America. So every traveler can go from every country that they can meet all together in this convention. So it's really nice. The convention lasts for 5 days, and we have over 40 workshops in every convention and 5 days of shows. Sometimes we have two shows a day. And we try to have spaces for kids too, like classes for kids during the convention, and also give them a space to perform. We try also to create a like more familiar energy with the convention, but we cannot always manage that. There is a lot of people going to this convention, but it's really nice. And after the convention, also we give some shows to institutions like children's homes as a way to give back something to the city that hosts the convention. And we are non-funded, non-profit, and we do this convention because we love circus. Basically, that's it. Also, I work with this company in Brazil. It's called Las Martas. We were a group of 6 female jugglers. We met, all of us met in Brazil, and we decided to start this. We created a show, and after that we created this circus company, and we had this spectacle called Cabaret das Martas, or Martas Cabaret. And we juggle with different props. It was about, I don't know, 40 or 50 minutes show. So we juggle with different props, clubs, swing, hats. Also, one of the girls was doing trapeze. And the end of the show, we had also clown. And by the end of the show, we had this performance with the unicycles, and then passing claps among all of us. It was really nice. Also, it helped a lot the female circus scene on São Paulo, that this was the city that we were based on. I stopped working with them because I left Brazil. If I was in Brazil, yet still I will be working with them now too. And now in Chile, I work with this collective that is called Libres, Lindas y Locas. It could translate like as free, beauty, and crazy, or something like that. But it's kind of an idiom for Spanish. So I don't know if it has a similar thing in English. But with this group also, we this collective aims to empower women on the stage, because that hasn't always been a place for women to be, you know. So the director is this girl, Sol Catalan. He created this movement, and he's always trying to invite different circus artists to our shows. we have several thematic shows, performances on different topics. Some talk about ethnicities, others are related to the nature. And the one from these pictures that you can see here is one called Muses, and it's a tribute to the female circus ancestors. Also, we work with national and international performers as guests to our shows. Yeah, so that's a bit about me, what I do besides functional juggling, and now it's functional juggling. How I started with functional juggling. So I was in this event called CIMAC. It's Congreso Internacional de Malabarismo y Artes Circenses. So it's International Juggling and Circus Arts Congress, where I met Craig. I was invited by the organization of this Congress to be the face of their event, as they wanted to recognize me as a reference in female juggling in Chile. I was a little bit ashamed of that because there were pictures of me in every part of the city. It was funny, but it was a really nice experience. It was a really nice experience. And then I met Craig there. Craig was invited too, and he delivered his training seminar, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is like so amazing. So after that, I started following Craig to every place in Chile he was going to. So this is a picture of the first seminar, and this is me having my certificate. Like you can see my happiness there. After my first seminar, we went to some centers that work with disabilities, and Craig invited me to a second seminar that he was delivering. And when I get to this seminar, he asked me to translate his seminar, or the second half of that class. and then I became his translator. I was in 2 other seminars in Chile translating him, and then the organizer of this convention that is called CAM, is Argentinian Juggling Convention. He contacted me and asked me to be the translator for Craig. So in CAM, we started to officially to work together, as Craig, I don't know, he decided I was going to be his apprentice. And I accepted that. And we organized a tour. And then, yeah, so from that, we started to plan this tour through South America together, because Craig had already this tour planned, but now it was the 2 of us. And okay, this is the people that were in the CAM training seminar. So after that, after CAM, we went to different countries. We traveled to Buenos Aires in Argentina. We delivered a seminar there. And then we went to Uruguay, and then we went back to Chile, and then to Argentina again. This is a seminar in Argentina, in Chile. We also were doing some street juggle board, playing with people passing by. And that is a really nice experience. I don't know if there in Europe you do that, but I think really worth it. It's really nice, the experience, you know. Maybe not, it doesn't work for the money, but the money doesn't matter, I guess. And this is how we left Chile. We left Chile with 10 juggle boards and our bags. It was really crazy. So then we get to we arrived to Argentina to continue with our tour, but then the pandemic started. So during the pandemic world, Craig had this request from a project in Europe to write this book of functional juggling. So during that time, during the pandemic, I was helping Craig with the writing of the book, in making sure that he will not die during that time, and also like his, I would say, I don't know, like secretary, like taking notes and things like that, you know, and having conversations about the topics of the book. And so I am listed on the book as a co-thinker, and I am also the translator for the Spanish version of the book. That translation was released in April last year, I guess. And I did the translation, but I also received a lot of help in reviewing the translation from many people. And I'm really grateful for that. To translate a book is really, it's a really hard thing to do. Now the book has over 4,000 downloads, and half of them are from Spanish-speaking countries. So that's really nice. And also there is almost 200 in Portuguese-speaking countries. So those countries either have the Spanish or English version. We don't make resources in English and Portuguese yet, but coming soon, I guess. I guess I could start soon to translate into Portuguese, or we can invite other people too to take care of that part. That would be nice. So also during the pandemic, Craig started to deliver the online functional juggling training seminars. And after a while, he was with this project. We started to do it in Spanish too. So together we delivered 5 online Spanish seminars and trained around 37 people about that, yeah. And in the in-person seminars, it was more than 10 seminars and over 120 people that we trained together. Yeah, I think that's it about this part. So after this, now I'm going to talk about different organizations that work with functional juggling in South America. So I will start with Chile. This is where I am based now. And this is Malabarismo. Malabarismo are the same people who organized this CIMAC Congress. And they have been like really supportive of my personal job, and also they have been really supportive of functional juggling. Yeah, CIMAC has already had 10 editions and 10 in person, and then 1 online, and this year is going to be another, and we guess it's going to be in person too. They work a lot on promoting artistic education and professionalization of circus arts in Chile. They had, okay, on Malabarismo, as is this guy, Javier. He also helped me with the translation of the book, and Vladimir. These 2 are the main leaders of Malabarismo. These flyers are from a workshop. This is from a workshop last week for blind people, and this is another workshop of functional juggling for the elderly. Malabarismo had this old house, and they, after a lot of work, they keep working on it. They transformed it in this cultural center. It's a beautiful center. It's open to the community. They work a lot too with projects funded by the government. So most of their activities are free or really cheap to the community. And that's really, really nice. I want to show you a video of my visit to this institute for people with low vision or blind people. It was a really nice experience. It was a really nice experience last week. It was around 18 people and we had a lot of fun. We really had a lot of fun. And I was really happy also to make them work together. I never work one-to-one with any of them. So they were all working with their equals, you know. And this was for the week of the artistic education, and Malabarismo organized this activity. Also, we went with Craig to this center in 2019. This is one of the centers we visit. Okay, so this is Cabeza de Martillo. This is Raúl. He is the founder of Cabeza de Martillo. He has this Circus Props store, and also he's a manufacturer of Circus Props. And he also is the manufacturer of juggle boards in Chile. You can see him with the juggle boards the same day we left Chile with all these juggle boards. They also have a circus shed and an organization called Permanent Circus. And this circus shed, it's a really nice place. It's a place that has been a big support to all the circus community in Chile. It's a group, Circo Permanente, or Permanent Circus. It's a cooperative of 6 people. They are circus artists, promoters of circus, and they deliver classes and workshops. We also delivered 2 training seminars of functional juggling in that space. I really don't know for how long they had this space, but it is a really, really nice space, a really beautiful place. And like everyone in Santiago knows this place. They organize meetings, they organize variety shows, and they rent also the space for circus companies to practice or to rehearse, and also to do performances, to do their shows. It's a big space, and every time they're working on improving this place, you know, and it's also non-funded by government, also with this philosophy of do it yourself. It's really nice. They are based on a neighborhood called Barrio Mata, and there are like 3 other circus spaces close to them. So this neighborhood in Santiago is kind of the circus neighborhood, you know. So whenever it's like September is the month of circus in Chile, and there are a lot of activities going on, taking place in this neighborhood. That's the store. And Raul is a really nice person. He's been like super supportive of the community, of juggling community in general. So we are really grateful to him. So if anyone is planning to come to Chile, you have to go to Cabeza de Martillo. Oh. Okay. So I continue. In Argentina, Craig is based in Argentina now, and he's working with Hula Hoop Integral, Alejandro Davezac, and Acrobacia Paola Denis are these organizations that their logos are on this page. And as he's going to present after me, he's going to talk about them and the situation in Argentina. But I can mention only that in Argentina, we delivered 5 in-person training seminars in 2 cities, 2 in Cordoba and 3 in Buenos Aires. And we were like inside the city and also in the outside of the city in Circus schools. So, and Argentina, as you can see, like it's really big. There is a lot of work to do there. Yeah, yeah. And I guess they are planning also now to start again in-person training seminars, so that's great. Then in Brazil, we haven't been to Brazil in person yet, but in Brazil we had seminar with these people called vid3. They are a circus company from Rio Grande do Sul, is their state in Brazil. And they have this project called Inculca Malabar. Like the translation, it's like instill juggling, something like that. And it was, this project was funded by the Brazilian government as a way to help the artists during the pandemic. And I want to show you some videos of them. So this is Pichacha, my friend, they work in a recreational center, but also with as part of their project, they received this training with Craig and I. Their main focus was to work with people with different capacities, such as deaf, blind, Down syndrome, ASD, cerebral palsy too, and they work in different educational centers and NGOs, and then and they reach over 500 people in this project. And currently they use the juggle board in their recreational activities with kids, adults, and the elderly. So normally they will go to school, they will do a workshop, and they will perform their show. And they asked me to share this phrase that a deaf kid led to them after. And the phrase is, it is difficult, but everyone can make it. So in Brazil, there is also this this company called Cia do Relativo, and they we don't work directly with them yet, but they have this research that started about the same time when Craig started his research. So it's nice, but without knowing each other. So it's really nice to see like how this works, you know, that 2 things can be created in different parts of the world simultaneously. They have this proposal called possible juggling, and they have 5 different systems of play. and they go, sorry, they go to cultural centers in Brazil. There's this big cultural centers, things called SESC, and you have many of them in every city. So where the artists of the company acts as facilitators for the non-jugglers to experience juggling, and for the jugglers also to experience new creative stimuli with this with all these props. They also have another investigations on juggling. You should look for their job and look for Ottavio Fantinato's job because it's really nice, really beautiful, and very similar to the functional juggling. Oops, sorry, I stopped the sharing. Really similar to the ideas of functional juggling, you know. It's really nice. They put together, you know, this. They approach the experience of juggling to many people. And yeah, so after Brazil, you can see this Brazil now, yeah? Okay. Costa Rica, there is Circus Social Precario, this social circus organization funded by, or not funded, but created by Hernan, it's this guy here, and two other guys, artists. Hernan is an OT, and also he's a social circus teacher by Cirque du Monde, and a yoga teacher for kids. So I'm gonna play another video. It's only 7, 8, 9, 3 more videos. I think the videos are really necessary in this presentation because you can see like how they work, how the different people work. So yeah, this initiative started in 2018, as I told you, by Hernan and 2 other social circus practitioners and artists. Their proposal seeks to the stimulation of human capabilities and access to the artistic occupations from the vision of social circus. They are a non-funded project, and they don't have many access to circus props in Costa Rica due to the financial situation of the country. So if anyone wants to help them, they are super open to receive any kind of help. Just let me know, I will put you in touch with them. Because they work really, really hard to take social circus activities to different parts of the country. So yeah, and they're part of the, like Hernan is part of the collective too. He's always supporting us too, and looking for like learning more and more. Then after Costa Rica, I will go to Uruguay. We went to Uruguay with Craig, and Juan Pablo is from the Eco Circus Social. He's from Uruguay. He's the one in these pictures. Hello, Juan Pablo. Nice to have you here. So this is a collective formed by teachers, educators, and artists with several years of field experience, focused on the promotion and the development of social circus. They develop activities to train and to mentor social circus facilitators, and as part of their training, they have a functional juggling training too for their teachers. They also work with another organization called Alas para Volar. It's like, it translates like wings to fly. This is a inclusive social circus or group that is non-funded, and it's also non-hierarchical, yeah, collective, and it was created 7 years ago. They work on the inclusion and the development of inclusion in circus arts for everyone. And they had a circus meeting, a really beautiful circus meeting, inclusive circus meeting that we went with Craig in November 2019. Now you're gonna see like different footage of that, of those days that were really beautiful days, by the way. They had a lot of activities, and they also had a sign language translator during the whole event. And this video too, it has an audio description for the blind people. I know you're not all going to understand, but
Jóvenes se van pasando clavas mientras se mantienen en movimiento. Un payaso cuelga boca abajo en las telas y se cae. Niñas y niños se ríen. En otra plaza, 3 jóvenes malabarean juntos con clavas. Una joven hace equilibrio sentada en una cuerda floja. 2 piecitos caminan por la cuerda floja. En una sala, 2 personas dan una charla con malabares y otra interpreta lengua de señas.
This is like they organize this Circoscopio event, and also they organize social circus meetings. Sorry, they organize monthly classes, and they are also consultants on disabilities and inclusion. And they also have 3 annual jams of inclusive social circus. This was the show on the street, on the square, like to finish all the activities. And this meeting was in a little town in Uruguay, a really little town. But Uruguay is not so big, so people from different places of the country came to teach and to learn in this activity.
Se ven solo los pies del grupo que se balancea. Aparecen logos de Facebook, Instagram y del grupo Alas para Volar, Puntos de Cultura, MEC, Ministerio de Educación y Cultura, Fondo de Iniciativas Juveniles MIDES, Ministerio de Desarrollo Social, INJU Instituto Nacional de la Juventud, INJU Impulsa Colonia.
It's a beautiful group in Uruguay. Then we go to Mexico. In Mexico, there is Circología. This woman here is Paola. I guess I'm not really sure about this, but I guess she's the director of Circología. They received Craig for a while in Mexico, so Craig trained them, and then they have circus school, and they add functional juggling as part of their curricular grid. after they met Craig. They work a lot with education through Circus and social Circus. And also in Mexico, there is this other place in Guadalajara. Our Circologia is based in Mexico City. And in Guadalajara is Memo Mendez. It's another member of the QuatProps collective. And they have this social circus organization called Somos Circo, Somos Paz. It's like, we are circus, we are peace. And they work a lot on promoting peace and promoting rights through circus classes. Oops. They work also with education on sexual and reproductive rights through education programs, promoting peace, gender equality. And he mentioned to me, I had a conversation with him this week, and he mentioned to me that after the training with Craig, he has been able to apply the functional juggling methodology to all of his activities, of his teaching activities, not even juggling activities, you know. So he was explaining to me how he was able to deconstruct every activity into smaller success, like rewards activities, you know. So every time you do something, you have success with that, and then you left the class that day with little successes, you know, and then after that you can put all together and have a beautiful thing, you know. But he told me that he had been reflecting a lot on this methodology, and it has helped a lot with his work. I don't have like much information about Mexico. I haven't been there yet, but those two are the organizations I know work with functional juggling too. And also we delivered a training seminar for a Waldorf school in Mexico, January this year. There are more places, more other organizations in Mexico too, that works with functional juggling. Because there are also like organizations that we haven't worked directly with, but they apply the ideas of functional juggling, you know. So some of those organizations are, I have a list here. It's not a thorough list, but in Peru is this country here above Chile. There is Aldo Villacorta, who has this juggling company called MDF, and he works with juggling classes for kids and disabilities. And Cesar Zambrano, he has the Bigote de Gato schools, social circus school, and he also works a lot with disabilities and inclusion. In Ecuador, this country here, there is Enzo Circo Social. I think they also work with Cirque du Monde, but I'm not totally sure about it. But one of the participants of Enzo Circo Social was in CIMAC training seminar in 2019. So he built some juggle boards and started applying that into his classes too. And in Colombia, over here, I have listed 4 people, 4 organizations. One of them is Sebastián Ceballos. He's a guy from Medellin, and he works in this foundation called 5 Senses Class. It's an organization that works with blind and low vision people. He built some PVC pipes, juggle boards, and add the braille system to every track of the juggle board, so the people can play easier with the juggle board. And there is also this other two, Escuela Circo Caribe and Monocuco Circo Caribe. Those two are over here in Colombia on the Caribbean. They are social circus schools too. And Circo Pacifico, it's from Cali. Also Connie from Circo Pacifico, she organized social circus teacher trainings. They three, we haven't worked directly with them, but they three are like really waiting for us from a long time now, like 3 years or more. And they are like supporters of our work. And in Panama, there is a social circus school called Escena Circo. And as I know, they work with another guy from Neurocircus. Neurocircus is a training center for kids and for adults to develop their body and brain, and they work also with functional juggling there. That's all I can tell you now. I tried to be like not so long with every place. I know there is a lot of information. I apologize for this noise. So I'm going to show you now what is coming next. Now I am working with Miguel Manzano. He's from Spain. I'm sure a lot of you know him. He made the illustrations of the book, but he is also a personal friend to Craig, and he's an architect and a social circus teacher and an acrobat and an acrobatic teacher too. And we have this project now that is called Está Pasando. It translates as it is happening. And the idea with this project is to continue the project that the tour that was stopped by the pandemic. And the two of us are going to do that. And Miguel with his project Está Pasando is going to research and create a network of circus spaces in Latin America to connect them between them, and also to connect them with Europe, because there is a lot of circus going on here, but there are a lot of people that are like apart, you know. So we plan to create this this list or this database, and also to join this database with others, because there is also other people doing that. But as we are going to be traveling to all of these countries and cities, we expect to find more people, you know, that is already the one that is already on these databases. And I will be traveling with him, delivering the functional juggling training seminars. And you can look for Está Pasando on Instagram, and the O is a 0 on the end, or QuatProps CL, or QuatProps, you know, yeah. All the information is going to be there. And for this trip, I will show you, we are buying this van. Inside that car is built as a tiny home with one bed and two chairs, cushions. No cushion. Okay, I would say chairs that you can transform into a bed. And yeah, the things that we need to travel, because this project is, we pretend to travel for about 18 months, maybe longer than that. This is our map. All these blue dots, we plan to start in Mendoza. Mendoza is a city in Argentina, which is the border with Chile. So we plan to meet in Mendoza by half or the end of November this year. And then we go to Chile, and we go up through Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. And that tour is going to be for 1 year. And then after that, we go down. We plan to go down and then go to Bolivia, Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, and so a few places in Argentina, but this is not totally decided yet. This is the second part of the tour. So first, we're going to do the first part. And yeah, so you can follow us. And also, if any one of you wants to support our project, Miguel is working really hard to get funding for this project. I know that. And the idea is to get like as much funding as we can. So that way the functional juggling training seminars could be like for free or really cheap to the participants in these countries, as you know, that they are not rich countries, you know. So that is, and thank you very much. I decided to let this slide on Spanish, in Spanish. Gracias, muchas gracias por su atención. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Josefa. That was super informative and you did a great job. Thank you. I'm sure the audience has, we got some questions in the chat, I think, to help us get going, and judging by the reactions of people's faces, I think there's going to be some questions as well.
We had a question back there, a moment. Jared asked about the size of the balls. Did I see bigger balls in that video at the Institute for Blind People? Were there bigger balls than normal?
Yeah, so Josefa, maybe you can answer this, because I think the sizes, it's not the same as Europe. It might be like 2 millimeter difference.
Yeah, see, because as you might know, I don't know, but 80 millimeters balls are not like a regular juggling ball, you know? So in the beginning, when Cabeza de Martillo created the juggle boards, he created that for the balls, the size that he had. And that was 100 millimeters, you know, like a regular contact ball. After that, he started to produce 80 millimeters balls. And those are the ones that we use now. But those juggle boards are 1 meter juggle board, and they are also made for balls of 100 millimeters. And in that day, I also made some balls with balloons and rice inside, like smaller balls for some activities, you know, like passing the balls between hands and doing other things. And after that, we only used the balls of the juggle board for the juggle board, you know, because I knew it was going to be harder because those balls are heavier. It's okay. That answers you? Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
And then another one of the questions was by Mel, which was about the contact slides. And I think that was probably answered for you when you saw the project Está Pasando. Like we know what's here, and we're trying to do our best to share it with the rest of the world.
Yeah,
it's quite extraordinary circus here.
I can share my presentation. I have a PDF with that presentation, and every Instagram and Facebook thing, you can click on it, and it will take you to that page. So it's organized that way. So I will put that available for everyone. Where are you from, Mel?
I'm in the UK in Berkshire. And I must say, I'm very impressed with everything that you're doing, and I was very surprised to see the diversity of access that you're doing, and that's really impressed me and excited me for another project that I'll talk to Craig about, and he'll be you with.
Thank you very much.
I'm amazed and very, very impressed.
Mel is doing some really great work with inclusivity and accessibility for a long time in the UK. I think you're somewhere between London and Cardiff, right?
Yep, I'm exactly in the middle, so I'm running between the two, and I've literally just done all of the accessibility new plans for No Fit State Circus and their community program because it needs it. So
we're still doing. We go our different ways in life, but we're all doing the same work. You know?
Yeah, the heart's in the same place.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Does anyone have any question? Prior to, we can, like Ben is suggesting to take a group picture. Hi, Mark. If you want to turn on your cameras, I guess it's my mom is in one of these cameras. Puedes prender tu cámara para tomarnos una foto, si quieren.
Hola.
Hola. Okay, so yeah, we can make a nice group picture. Nice setting. So everybody who wants to be on the picture, yeah, come on. I make a gallery view, yeah. Pau, Dani.
Pau is without camera.
Jeronimo, Arturto, if
Jeronimo is my brother.
Jeronimo, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, bro, but maybe he's not there. I don't know.
Maybe, okay. So,
it's okay.
Let me see. Are you ready? Are you ready to have a group picture? Okay, then have a big smile. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah! Okay, thank you. Oh, wow, it's perfect. It's really good, really good. Thank you very much. Okay, I give back the voice.
Okay, I don't know if anyone has something to say or a question or whatever you want to share. I'm really happy to hear you, Mel. You know, sometimes when we work on the like self-funding activities, like do it yourself, sometimes it's hard to recognize that all of what we are doing is amazing to other people. But we have been in this for so long, and this is like, I can't do anything else. This is what I have to do, you know, and to being appreciated by other people that also have another points of view and more access to other things. It's really nice. So thank you very much for your words. It warms my heart. Yeah. So,
I think it was a success. This is the last presentation today. I think it was a success. I saw Adam Woolley went earlier, and so did Jamie. Jamie had tons of fun in his presentation. He was having a good time. But they're all being recorded. There hasn't been great attendance, but I think a lot of people from the convention who are there plan on accessing them in the future. So for everyone who was here live with us, thank you. Garrett, congratulations! You participated the whole day. I think you get an A+ student award. Let's give it a round of applause for Garrett.
Thanks.
Full attendance. So I think we're going to do a Q&A now, but this is going to be focused with the people who are there. I want to talk to them about their experiences.
Yes.
Okay. So
Thank you very much, then, to everyone.
For coming.